I think they have Tony Ferguson lined up to fight Michael Chandler. I think that is the fight that they want. That's what they want to see, and I think that's the angle they're trying to go to.
I just don't like. For me, I feel like Tony is for Michael Chandler in a 5-round fight is not a good fight. Eddie Alvarez, I just saw a tweet he did the other day. He thinks that Michael Chandler beats Tony Ferguson. And do you?
Yes, I do.
You do. And I think that Tony,
and I love Tony, so it's not. It's no. There's an age thing that's going on.
Yeah,
here.
that's true. That's what gets me I'm a little concerned. But in a 5-round fight, the output that Tony Ferguson puts out, he will push and push and push. And we saw when he fought. Sorry, I just skipped my mind. Justin Gaethje. When he fought Justin Gaethje, even when he was getting tagged, he was losing the fight. He kept coming forward.
That's who he is.
That's not like with Michael Chandler in the 4th and 5th round, because it will be a main event fight for Michael Chandler's first fight.
Yeah.
It will not be a 3-round fight.
No, I agree.
The amount of money they're paying him,
especially
it'll be 5
if it's
rounds.
against Tony.
And against Tony Ferguson, it'll be a 5-round fight in the main event. And that pressure of your first fight in the UFC, you're putting a lot of. If Tony Ferguson puts that pressure on him, he's gonna struggle.
Michael Chandler has been in there with guys that have. Look at. You can go to the Eddie Alvarez. Both of the fights, both of them were fantastic. Both of them were, especially the second one, which I was lucky enough to be part of. Man, those guys put out so much. There was one round that was a little slower than the rest, and just they were incredible throughout that. And you look at all of the 5-round fights that Michael Chandler has had, he's not going to have any problem with the pressure that Tony brings. What he will have pressure with, the problem with, is the damage that can be done by Tony, because Michael Chandler marks up. Michael Chandler swells up. Michael Chandler cuts. He's not that guy where you look and you go, man, how does that guy take those shots and not show it?
Like
he
Benson
shows
Henderson.
it.
Like
Exactly.
Benson doesn't take any damage.
Benson's, you never see anything on Benson.
No.
BJ Penn used to be that way. It's like, what is your skin made of?
Yeah.
And Michael's not that guy. And it's always, in my opinion, when Tony is fighting and he's able to mark you and he's able to draw blood. Oh yeah. Trust me, it just pumps him up and it puts him in another gear. He shifts it up into another level and he just becomes that much more of a problem for you. And so that could happen in that fight.
Yeah, but that's my take on it, though. My take is the same as yours in that retrospect, on that aspect. But I think that as it gets into the 4th and 5th, and we've seen with guys like Brent Primus, we've seen with other guys he's fought, with Benson Henderson, he slows down a lot in the 4th and 5th, and that motivates Tony even more. When he sees you backpedaling, when he sees you not responding, when he sees you trying to get out of fighting him, that just kicks him into more of a gear.
Yeah,
he's like, let me just upshift a little bit.
The other element that I look at Chandler and I look at the guys that gave Chandler problems were guys that had strength, especially lower body strength. They were able to make him have to work in areas and stuff like that. Primus being very strong, and stuff. Tony's not that guy.
You're right.
He's not that.
He's not physically strong at all.
No, he's not a physically strong guy. He's a physically damaging guy, and so. Yes, he can damage Chandler, but he can't outmuscle Chandler. Chandler's going to be way stronger than Tony. So that's why I think the UFC looks at this and goes, yeah, this is the fight we want. We want to see. We want to see, can Tony come back and be that guy that he's been and do the damage to this guy that, is super athletic, very fast, starts real hard. Can he do that? Or is this guy going to just basically go and push Tony to that next level as far as another loss, like Justin Gaethje was able to do?
I'm amped, dude. If that fight happens, I'm amped. I mean, look, I just want to see a good fight. I just want to see a good fight. And I think that's what we're going to see out of obviously, I think out of those two, we're going to see a great fight. We're going to see if Chandler can take the damage, and we're going to see if Chandler can get Tony out of there and finish him like Justin Gaethje did. I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
So